channel. So last night was our first night home with Mateo, and it actually went really well. He woke up I would say like every 3 hours. I think 3 hours was the most we waited, and he would eat for a good 20 minutes, so it's like 10 minutes on each side because I am breastfeeding, and he would go right back to sleep. So it was actually a pretty good first night. Today he is 2 days old. Yeah. And he's back there in his car seat. Can't see him, but we just came from what was a lactation appointment? Yeah, for the breastfeeding. And she showed me different techniques on how to latch, because it hurts a little bit when he's eating. So she helped me out with that. That was a lot of help. And she taught me how to use the breast pump, because I've never actually used a breast pump.
We use a hand pump.
Yeah, we had a hand pump with Amelia because I did breastfeed with her, but I had a hand pump. I did not have a manual one. So that was different. That's different for me. But yeah, our first night with him went really well. So I was really, really impressed. Tomorrow I have his first pediatrician appointment. He'll be 3 days old tomorrow. What did you think of our first night with him?
That's normal.
It went really well.
Yeah,
I think
it's okay.
it went really well. Yeah, it did. It went really well. A normal night.
Not too bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. It was every 3 hours. I would say it was about 3 hours was the most he would sleep, and then he would wake up.
I think we're still tired because we're behind our sleep, so it's normal. We're still tired.
Yeah.
Even if we sleep, we're still tired.
Yeah, but it was definitely better than being in the hospital. That's for sure. That was rough.
Yes, it was.
The nurses kept coming in all the time. Every time we would get him to sleep, they would come in and they would poke and prod at him, want to weigh him, and I think that was the hardest part when we got to the hospital. But we knew when we got home it would be so much better because we would be in our own bed and everything. And my ring is fitting my finger. I'm losing some of that being swollen, all that extra water weight, but yeah, so that's nice. I can wear my wedding ring. But yeah, and I'm doing great. I'm healing really well. I'm not bleeding much at all. Yeah, I'm not bleeding much at all or anything, and my pain it's there, but it's not that bad. So I'm fine. I'm recovering, doing good. Right now, we are gonna go home, pick the kids up around 1 o'clock from school today because we are getting married next year. I mean, we're already married, but we haven't had our church wedding yet, and so we're doing that next year. So we're gonna go look at a venue. We're on our way to go look at a venue, so we're gonna go pick up our kids. A venue for our reception, not a venue for the wedding, because the wedding will be at our church. But we're gonna go look at a venue for the reception. That's what we're gonna do today, because we need to get that in place because our wedding is less than a year away. It's in August next year.
Agosto 22.
Yes. So we're gonna go look at that venue today. And then really that's it. We're not gonna do anything else. Go home and chill because we need to rest. And then tomorrow I have that other appointment. We'll see how that goes. Oh, his weight. So he was born, he weighed 715, and they just weighed him at the lactation office, and he was 7'6". So he lost about 7%, which they said is normal. It's okay. He's eating pretty regular now. So tomorrow, let's see how much he weighs tomorrow. he didn't want to eat for the lactation nurse. So she wasn't really able to see like how much he's getting in a feeding. But she said if there's ever a period that he goes 4 or 5 hours without eating, to pump and feed him, either with a spoon or in a bottle, which we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing my breast and the bottle.
As long as he eats, no
as long
matter
as
how,
he eats, that's all. What's all we care about. But she says he should typically be eating about a half an ounce to an ounce right now. He'll be 3 days old tomorrow, so it should be about an ounce. Hey guys, so that last clip that you guys just watched was from the day after I had Mateo, when I had my lactation appointment. I have not recorded since because trying to adjust to a newborn is really difficult. I mean, he eats every 2 hours, so we're up every 2 hours with him. We've been having a couple. In the beginning, it was easy with the breastfeeding, but then it got a little rough. He just didn't want to latch, and it was just a little rough. So we were really tired, and I just have not recorded. But so at the lactation appointment, he weighed 7 pounds 6 ounces. But the next day, when we took him to his 2-day appointment with his pediatrician, he weighed 7 pounds 9 ounces. So he gained 3 ounces in 1 day. So that's great. And my milk did come in. I do have my milk. It did come in. But lately, I had this same problem with Amelia when she was little. One of my boobs stopped producing milk, and I don't know why, because I do feed on that side. I have no idea why it did that when I was breastfeeding her. And so I just continued to breastfeed on one side, and I eventually had a boob that was bigger than the other one. And honestly, I thought it was me, that I had done something wrong. But I am now, Mateo will be 2 weeks in 2 days on Tuesday. Today's Sunday. He will be 2 weeks old. And I am having that exact same problem that I had with Amelia. So he eats on both sides. I mean, I even keep track on my phone on this app to make sure that I am feeding consistently on both sides the same, and I am. And he does eat on both sides, but that one side is just keeps producing less and less milk, and I don't really know why. And so I contacted a lactation consultant today, and I'm going to go see her, and I'm going to take Mateo with me. I would show you guys him right now, but he's sleeping, and I don't want to wake him up because I want him to eat at the lactation office. So I don't want to wake him up because I know he's going to want to eat when I wake him up. So I will show you guys him. I promise. He is just so freaking cute. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. And he's getting so big. He is still wearing newborn diapers, but he is now too long to wear newborn clothes. So we're starting to put him in 0 to 3 months clothes now. His umbilical cord did fall off about 2 days ago, and we gave him his first bath, and he loved it. Like, he was just warm and toasty in there. He had no problems with the water. It was nice. I didn't have a problem with Millie and Miguel bath times either. Like, they loved bath time, so I never had that issue with them either. But so he really enjoyed that. See, another thing that's happened in the past 2 weeks, because I haven't recorded, trying to adjust, it's been rough. My daughter is 6, so she'll be 7 in December. And so it's been a long time. We need to readjust ourselves to a newborn. It's rough, but my kids love him. Oh my gosh, they are so good with him. I'm truly blessed because I couldn't ask for better kids with Mateo. They are so good with him. Miguel loves him. Millie loves him. They wake up before school every morning and they want to hold him, and everybody at their school knows that about their brother, and so it's awesome. But another thing that I never had this with my other two kids, but when I had called the doctor, they said it was pretty normal. But what is it? It's his right, no, his left eye. It has a lot of boogers, and it's draining like a lot. And it did it for like 4 days, and it just continuously, it would dry on there. We'd have to wipe it off with a warm cloth. And so I eventually, yesterday, I contacted his pediatrician's office because their office actually works 7 days a week, so that's really nice. That I'm always in contact with them. I don't have to wait those 2 days on the weekend. But yeah, it wasn't at the time yesterday when I called. It wasn't yellow or green. It was just white. It was just white. It looked like your morning eye boogers that you get in your eyes. That's what it looked like, but it was all across his eye. And so I called the doctor, and she had and they had said that it's normal for a newborn to have a lot of excess boogers in their eyes because of being in the placenta and all of that. So they said we just have to keep an eye on his eye to make sure there's no swelling or redness, or if the boogers that are coming out aren't yellow or green. And so I was like, oh, okay. I never had that with Milia or Miguel, so that was new to me. I've never dealt with that before, and so this was yesterday when I called them. Well, today he wakes up, and all day yesterday we are constantly wiping his eye, and they don't stop. Like, they just constantly, and his eyes are watering and everything. And so today when he woke up this morning, the boogers were actually yellow, and his whole eye was closed. And so they told us warm compresses on his eyes to clean it. Make sure we clean our hands after we touch his eye and before we touch his eye. And our kids are really good at cleaning their hands because we told them, you got to keep your hands clean. We don't want him to get sick. He's so little. And so we're just gonna keep an eye on it. He has his 2-week appointment on Wednesday with his pediatrician. So I'm gonna go to my lactation appointment today, and hopefully they can tell me what's going on, because when I had called, she had asked me, do I think one of my milk duds is clogged? And I had said, I don't think so, because they don't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Like, I don't have any sore spots on there. And when when you're a breastfeeding mom, your body tells you when it's time to, hey, it's time to breastfeed. Your boobs stimulate. I don't want to, but and so it still does that. So it's still telling me, like, hey, it's time to empty your boobies out. But it still does that, and it doesn't hurt. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go figure it out, and hopefully they're able to help me, because this did happen with Amelia. I remember it happening with Amelia, and I don't want to have to stop breastfeeding, because there's no way I'm gonna only feed on one side, because then I'm gonna have 2 different sized boobs. And I had that with my daughter. I did that with my daughter. So it took a while for them to be the same size again. So I don't want to have to worry about that again. But anyways, that was probably a lot of TMI. But that's what I'm dealing with right now. So this is real life. But my appointment is at 1:45. I need to start going now, and I'm gonna take Mateo with me. And hopefully they're able to help me or give me some answers, because I really don't want to give him formula. I would rather do breast milk. But I mean, I'm not against formula fed babies at all. My son was formula fed. My daughter, I breastfed for 3 months, and then she went to formula, so I'm not against that at all. So long as your baby's eating, that's really all that matters. So hopefully they'll be able to help me today, and I will let you guys know. Gosh, he cried the whole entire time in the car. Oh my gosh. We're here at the appointment, but that was the longest I've ever heard him cry. Oh my gosh. But we are here, buddy. You hungry? It's one eye open. But this is the eye that like keeps having those boogers. Oh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. He's so freaking cute. So I am back from my appointment with the lactation consultant. And so, come to find out, I did not know this, it is pretty normal for a woman to produce more milk on one side than the other. So that's a bit of a relief for me. But she told me ways that I could help stimulate my body to produce more milk. So she said I could pump in between feedings to help stimulate. I don't need to empty my boob out each time. I just need to like kind of stimulate, you know, to be like, hey, make more milk, you know, I need a little bit more milk on this side. But she told me to pump both sides, not just one side. So she also gave me a paper that has certain foods I can eat that help produce milk also. At the appointment, Mateo ate a total of 2.5 ounces. So he ate 2.5 ounces while we were at the appointment, which is great. That's amazing. So he's definitely getting enough milk. He did get more milk on one side, obviously, but it wasn't much of a difference. He weighs 8.3 pounds, so he's gaining about an ounce a day, so that's good. also. At least I know he's gaining weight. That's good. But the appointment overall went really well, and I'm really glad that I went, just because now I know that it's normal, and I'm not worried that my son isn't getting enough milk, my body isn't giving up on me. So I'm really glad that I went, even though it's come to find out it's totally normal, but it's still reassuring for me, and I don't think I would have like made myself feel better if I didn't go. So it was definitely needed to go, just so I knew that it was everything's okay, and he's eating what he should, he's gaining weight, and all of that. So I'm really happy I went. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. If you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe. If anybody else has any like other tips that you can give me to help my body produce, you know, more milk, that would be great. You can just leave a comment down below, and it'll be extremely helpful. But if you guys liked my video, please give me a really big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.